Now that we've unboxed this, if you look at this case, what if I told you it's housing one of the world's best active noise cancellation headphones? That's right, the Sony XM5s. Now the XM series, the XM3, 4 were always the undisputed champions every year with each generation. These ones have gotten a bit more expensive and there's a few design changes as well. But are these still the world's best noise cancelling headphones? Well, let's find out. Well, when you take it out of the case, an absolute beauty. The Sony XM5s here in India. Is this the device that you should be gifting your uncles and your aunts and your brothers and sisters this Diwali? Well, that's what we're going to tell you. As soon as you open it, they're much lighter. This headband seems very comfortable the minute you put it on your head. Even while testing it right now, everything out here was completely wiped out. I couldn't hear anything. That's how good the noise cancellation is, and I'm not even switched it on yet. It's just the ear cups that seem very comfortable. I think that's something Sony has worked on. This headband is very, very comfortable. I just hope with a little bit of wear and tear, because these are headphones which you'll want to invest in for some time at least, that they can last a bit of wear and tear in terms of durability. There's a bunch of features which have been amazing on the XM series over the past few years, and I think Sony has continued that legacy. For instance, you put them on and perhaps you're on a flight or a busy street and someone comes to talk to you. The minute someone comes, there's two things that could get you back into the real environment. The first one would be speak to talk. The minute you start talking, the noise cancellation is turned off and it goes into transparency mode, letting you have that conversation, and then of course the music is drowned out. And if you want to do this manually, supposing you're keen to listen to an announcement, all you have to do is take your right hand on the right ear cup and there you go. It's super noisy right now because the noise cancellation is turned off and I can hear everything. Take it off, voila, and now the noise cancellation is back on. I find these small software and hardware hacks quite interesting on the Sony XM series, but there are things which aren't working in its favor. They're a lot more like the AirPods Max now, which are maybe twice the price. But these, of course, are platform and software agnostic. You can use them on an Android device. You can connect them with an Apple device as well. You can download the app, the Sony Headphones app, and all sorts of features open up to you. Let's talk about the amazing features, then the good features, and then the not so good features. And that's a very small list, spoiler alert. The really good, amazing features are of course two: the noise cancellation and what's it like to answer phone calls on this. If you're editing for long periods like we do on this show, or you are traveling on a flight, and we've used these on all our travels non-stop. And the two things that really work are noise cancellation and of course the battery life. The battery life is around 30 hours, similar to last year's model, but I think this packs in a little bit more juice. When we're talking about active noise cancellation, look, the XM series have been the undisputed kings. There are great headphones from Bose, from Sennheiser, even the AirPods Max, but the noise cancellation on this is another level. And this year, it's gotten even better. And the real feature which has changed and gotten so much better is using these for calls. So you'd imagine if you had these on-ear headphones, they're not going to be ideal for calls. I have been absolutely stumped by the call quality. People on the other end don't even know that I'm using headphones. Sometimes it's even better than using your ordinary phone microphone, because this has 4 beamforming microphones. That means they direct the sound accordingly, and I am absolutely mind-boggled, stumped by the sound quality you get on phone calls. That's something you didn't expect from these headphones, and it's changed a lot from the previous years and in comparison to all the other rivals in this space. So when you talk about noise cancellation, undisputed king, and of course, when you're talking about call quality, that's a pleasant, welcome surprise. Look, it's not all hunky-dory. There are a few things that we didn't like, especially if you're a Sony XM series fan. The previous ones looked similar, well, sort of similar, not entirely the same, but they could fold as well. A lot of you all write in the Ask segment saying, are they a great upgrade from the XM4? Look, in terms of noise cancellation and calls, definitely. In terms of battery life, maybe a little, but in terms of design, it's potato. It depends on how you interpret this new design. If you want a more compact, sort of a setting, then the XM4s and the XM3s are great, and they're all available and they're much cheaper than these headphones. So maybe that's something you want to consider. But then again, if you're talking about design, I think overall, if you've got them on your ears and you have a decent backpack to keep this case in, they're fantastic. The real question is, how do the XM5s compare to other rivals in the market from Bose and Sennheiser? That's not really the apples to apples comparison. Unfortunately or fortunately, you got to compare these to the XM4s, which were last year's headphones, still available for 5,000 rupees less. They fold as well and slightly different design, but they're not the latest and greatest from Sony, which happen to be the XM5s. Do you want to consider that for its design? That's up to you. But after testing these extensively, I can safely say that if you're looking for the best noise cancelling headphones in the market in any form and the best quality you've had on anything that you've put on your head, maybe sometimes even better than your iPhones or Android devices, then the Sony XM5s at an introductory price of 27,000 rupees, which could then eventually go up to 35,000 rupees. So at 27,000 rupees, if you saved up for the festive season, these are a must buy.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.